Hi, my name's Kevin Campbell.
And I'm Josh.
And this is the Kevin and Josh.
The Kerran and Josh podcast. Cue intro? Is that how it goes?
Yes.
Oh, no, never mind. I'll let you do your intro.
Yeah, just cue intro. Okay, here we go. This is the newest episode of the podcast. And today's suggestion is okay, now let's start with Josh's Let's start with Josh's thing he wants to talk about. What did you want to talk about, Josh?
I was wanting to talk about, Eddsworld. There's been a recent episode that's came out.
Yep.
I've been rewatching a couple episodes.
Yeah, me too.
What is it?
I was watching a few episodes as well. Yeah, as you were talking about Eddsworld.
Yeah.
So, Eddsworld has returned with a new thing, although Tom Scar is not a part of it anymore. It's mainly just Matt. Maybe Tim Hedinger, maybe, is that his name? Maybe he'll return, but I'm not really sure about Tom. He may do the voice, but he's not going to be involved in the comedy or anything.
Yeah, see, Tom Scar, he's been posting more to his second channel than his main channel. Usually...
It takes a long time to make those videos.
Sketch comedy. But on his second channel, he's more active on his second channel.
He does that probably because it takes a long time to make his videos, if you think about it.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes he, for example, Aston Movie, the only really thing that he does is the writing, So...
Yeah.
So, the stuff that he does do, it's very limited. Usually it's about, since it's comedy, usually he's the one,
Yeah, we have to think of good comedy. So it takes a long time to film those sketches. If you look at something like the Monster video, that must have took quite a while to do.
Which one are you talking about?
It's the one where basically Tom Scar is just a fat man walking in the park, but the whole army shows up and thinks he's a monster.
Funny? See, there's the monster in it. There's this guy that makes
he made it, didn't he? Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
I think he made a video called The Breakup Buddy, I think it was called.
Yeah.
I think Tom Scar was in it.
Yeah, I've seen that. The end, it just doesn't feel funny. I definitely enjoyed that. Yeah, I have seen it, Josh, by the way. I have seen it. What about other...
No, that's definitely a channel I recommend subscribing to.
Yeah, I've subscribed to it. I love Tom Scar. His newest video was Bite Me. The ending...
I'm talking about the other guy. The one who does, monsters and things.
Oh, yeah. He should get a job in Hollywood. He should work with Tom Savini.
I've always found visual effects more appealing than, big CGI explosions.
Yeah, practical effects are a lot more better, especially when we did it on our film. The smoke machine was basically practical. But, yeah.
I mean, imagine if, Thanos was completely practical effects and it was all makeup. Imagine if it was just a big, bulky guy with, purple, makeup. If you were wanting to make, a low-budget, Avengers Endgame parody, that you could probably do that, as opposed to,
Actually, this reminds me of something. Me and Dilbert were talking about something. I talked to Dilbert about practical effects because we were watching It Chapter 2, which I'll bring up later. But we were watching it, and the bit with Pennywise Spider, we were like, what if they made it practical effects? That'd be cool.
I mean, see, Thanos. Thanos is a motion capture suit. So, you know, the actor who plays Thanos steps in the motion capture suit and basically, you know, does all this stuff. We've came a long way in, you know, like, motion capture, like, you know, for example, like, the Polar Express and Monster House. We've definitely came a long way. You know, like, we've definitely came out of the uncanny valley.
Especially with the Avatar, even though I think Avatar is a god-awful film.
I find it quite interesting that Avatar is one of the highest grossing films of all time, but
not anymore.
No one can remember their names. Like, can you tell me the name of at least one character from Avatar?
Oh yes, there's... Nope. Yeah, Avatar was really goddamn... It wasn't really memorable, even like, I don't know why Cameron's waited, like, I don't know, I can't believe Cameron has waited, like, 10 years, probably 11 now, to make a sequel to Avatar. No one wants that. We want a sequel to Alita Battle Angel, which was badass and much more better and more memorable than Avatar. So... yeah, why the hell was the one that we actually care about not get a sequel, but the one that we don't want to get is getting a sequel anyway? Motion capture sucks. Stop it, Robert Zemeckis. I do understand where you're coming from, though, Josh. From a standpoint, yeah, Avatar doesn't really have any memorable characters.
Your audio's getting going a bit weird.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So, let's get to what I was talking. Okay, now let's do our recommendations. Okay, our recommendations. You ready, Josh?
Yeah.
All right then. Let's go through a few films that we can recommend to you audiences while you're in your house, probably terrified as like hell.
Yeah, movies to watch at home. What are good movies to watch at home? Let me think.
Watchmen. Watchmen's a good film. Let's just give it as an extended cut. Watchmen's a good film to check out. You can also check out the TV. You can also check out the motion comic. It's really good. Josh, you?
Karen, your audio's going all weird and wobbly.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine, Josh.
No, it's not fine, because I can't hear you. Your audio's going all weird.
It's all right, Josh. I can hear you, so I understand.
Yeah, but I can't hear you though.
Well, when you see the video, you understand. You can hear me better there.
Yeah.
So, do you have any films that you'd like to recommend?
One film I can recommend is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That's a film I can recommend.
Well, a lot of people have seen that. They've probably seen it. They have probably seen that already. They've probably watched it a lot. I think we're trying to go for like something that goes in the angle of forgotten, but still could be good films to check out. Films that you may have missed. So, do you have anything from that kind of perspective on what we're doing, though? I do have another one, though. But if you want to go with your one first, go ahead. If you want to go with your one first, Josh, then go on.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got all the books. I have all the books. Even I also have the movies. But I don't know. Maybe Doctor Sleep. That wasn't really huge, and it didn't really get. Not a lot of people saw it. Yeah, Doctor Sleep. Maybe you should check that out as well, Josh. You'll like it. Although maybe you have to see The Shining to understand it.
I mean, they definitely have a lot of Stephen King material.
Yeah,
to adapt into movie form, you know.
Gerald's Game. That's a good film. That's a really, really good film. Pet Sematary was good. I watched It Chapter 2 because I just got it on Blu-ray because I went to Seeks. I bought It Chapter 2, Doctor Sleep, The Invisible Man, and Them.
I remember, well, see, when I was younger, I think I was, like, doing my own thing, and I saw my mum and dad watching it, and I was like, I kind of tuned in, and, you know, saw it, and they were,
You didn't shit yourself, did you?
What?
You didn't shit yourself.
No, I don't really remember what happened in it.
What else was there? Well, I will say one more thing. I got the Sega console to go for my NES. Another film to recommend. Well, yeah. Maybe some Danny Boyle films. Maybe check out Shallow Grave. It's really good. Shallow Grave's really good. Shallow Grave's a really good film. I think it's on the Criterion Collection. Do you still have anything else? Do you have anything else?
No.
What about something else I can recommend? Remember if I did a horror film? Do you mind if I did a horror film?
Recommend a horror film?
Yeah. You wanted to see this horror film, by the way. You wanted to see it.
Which one?
The Frighteners, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. My mum and dad recommended
yeah,
that one.
It's really, really good.
So, isn't that the one with Michael J. Fox in it?
Yes. Yeah, it's a really, really good film. Oh, yeah, I also suggested a TV show for you to watch, didn't I? The Umbrella Academy.
Oh, yeah.
You are going to love it. It's like Stranger Things, but even better.
Is it about, like, superheroes?
Yeah, it's a little bit like it's based on a superhero comic book, but it takes it in different ways, and it's really, really funny and really, really interesting. Definitely check it out. It's on Netflix if you want to see it. Hey. Wow, we're already at like 13 minutes in this podcast.
We're already in 13 minutes in this podcast?
Yep. Wow. So, okay, one more saying grace. So, I'll see, the next episode will be with John instead.
Alright.
I'll do one with John.
Alright.
So, like, he can get the spotlight. It might be a little bit vulgar, because me and John are really, really funny. But yeah. It's like having Brian Johnson on a Kevin Smith podcast. It just works. But, yeah, we may actually do this again with the recommendations. But definitely, if whoever listens to this, definitely check those films out. They're really, really good.
Let's just do an outro for this bit.
So, everyone, goodbye. So long, and thanks for all the fish. I was watching Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So, you guys say goodbye?
Alright, bye.
Bye, everyone. See you soon.